Let's begin!
Contagion VR Outbreak is a zombie game. It requires 2 move controllers to play, and the controls can take a little getting used to, because instead of picking things up with the T button, you actually use the X button. You can play while seated thanks to a crouch button, although in a seated position it can be slightly awkward equipping weapons and other items due to them being found on a vest on your body. You're going to have an easier time playing while stood. Weapons include pistols, shotguns and machine guns. You must actually load a clip into the gun, and then after doing so must pull back or interact with another part to allow it to fire. The clip loading mechanics combined with actually having to eject a magazine before loading in a new one makes encounters with groups of zombies quite intense. It adds more realism and urgency to each situation, and the result is that you really do try to make every bullet count in a magazine. To help with making each shot count, you can steady your aim. Using 2 hands on a few of the weapons for a more precise shot does come with tracking issues though, but surprisingly, a sniper section works very well, which is not often the case with VR games. It's a shame all the gun mechanics don't work as they should 100% of the time, as it ends up being a trial and error process to see which guns you should take with you and which ones you should leave behind. Headshots do the most damage, but even if you do get body shots, the zombies will eventually fall to the ground. This allows you to get an easy headshot, and it does feel very satisfying to stop them from getting back up again. If you have a gun that works properly all of the time, the combat can be quite fun. Melee weapons are pretty basic though, due to the zombies not reacting much differently to each one of your hits. It can be comical to hit them with a certain type of weapon, but that's about it. Cupboards and drawers can be opened, and at first it may seem like it's worth doing so, but you quickly realise the very vast majority of them don't contain any items inside, which makes their inclusion a bit of a wasted opportunity. Most items are found just laying around or in a searchable container. The items can be stored in an inventory system, which includes 4 slots. You can carry melee weapons, painkillers, among other things. It works well and adds another element of panic if you need to retrieve something quickly from there. Your vest also holds some more items too. A torch and a phone can be taken from it. Both of these can be used and then placed back on the vest, with their effect still playing out. So you can have the torch lighting up areas without the need of you holding it, and you can also accept a phone call and then have the call play out whilst it's still on your vest. It's little interactions like these that I wish were explored more in VR games, as it just makes your virtual body feel like it has more of a use. The game is actually split up into 3 missions, and each one has you playing as someone different. The first mission has you trying to save your family in a city, and the second has you and your brother's car broken down near a motel. New objectives present themselves as you progress through each stage, such as defending your wife and baby by using a turret, or defending a school bus whilst loading it with other survivors. The tasks that occur are one of the game's strongest points, as they help to make each story feel that much more eventful. The actual dialogue though isn't that believable at all, considering the situations, and voiceovers are not lip-synced to the characters. The first 2 missions are not too scary, apart from a couple of scripted jump scares, but the third mission really is quite frightening. In the third one, you play as a little girl. You wake up in the middle of the night to find out that your parents have turned into zombies, so the main aim is to unlock the front door and obviously escape. You have no way of fighting back, so it becomes a game of cat and mouse as you navigate around a very large mansion. Unlike the other 2 missions that have a couple of puzzles here and there, this one is very puzzle heavy. The puzzles are quite creative and can be slightly reminiscent of the early Resident Evil games. The only issue with this setup though is the fact that if you get stuck and need to ponder on a puzzle for a while, it can get annoying if one of the parents suddenly comes after you. Having to lose them over and over again can become a tiresome chore. There are hiding spots and ways of distracting your parents, but it's easier to simply outrun them, which does make the hiding spots a bit pointless. That being said though, this is the most polished mission out of the 3, as in the others I ran into a couple of bugs. A key for a main door disappeared when I put it down, and one of the characters who I had to protect got stuck in the environment. Both of these issues resulted in me having to reload a previous checkpoint. Pop-in does appear too in these previous missions, especially on mission 2. It obviously detracts from the immersion, especially when some of the vegetation pops in very close to you. The game also comes with a couple of extra modes too. One is the target range. Here you can test out every gun in the game against a few different series of targets. It does its job, but I doubt it will hold people's attention for too long. and the other mode is free roam. The main aim is to survive as long as possible until a helicopter arrives. There's 2 maps you can play this mode on. One is made up of the same areas from Mission 2, and the other one is a brand new location set inside a bunker. I suppose it's a good addition, although honestly, it didn't really keep me entertained for too long. In the main menu, it does say that this mode is still in development, so hopefully we will see it evolve into something greater down the road. The game does come with a platinum, and the list is very easy to complete. All you need to do is complete all the main missions and put every survivor on the school bus. The rest of the trophies will most likely unlock naturally during play, and if they don't, they're really easy tasks to complete anyway. It's a shame that there isn't any trophies included for the target range or free roam mode, but on the plus side, if you're after an easy platinum, this one won't take much effort to get. The best part of this game is the fact that each mission takes place with new characters and has a brand new story to tell. It is just a shame that so many elements of the game feel rough around the edges. Even trying to pick up an item from the ground doesn't work all of the time, which is a pretty big issue when time is of the essence in a game. Even with all of its negatives though, I still found myself having a decent time due to the different events that take place. They certainly urge the player to see what's waiting for them around the next corner. Overall, it's a bumpy ride. There are some enjoyable and intense moments here, but it's just not a very polished experience. If you're looking for a solid zombie adventure throughout, you may want to wait for some patches before jumping in. Calm down, Beep. She is sleepwalking. This isn't even the worst part yet. Oh, this is the worst part. She's going to be here for a while now too. Come on Beep, let's go out for a bit.
Best plan ever to play all the new VR games.
There are some fun moments to be had here, but the game certainly isn't in the best state it possibly could be in. As always, if you found this review helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more PSVR content.